Hey, um, today's Monday, and I gotta make this a fast video, hopefully. So, I wanted to, people have been, um, emailing me, asking me things that my parents used to do when, or say, when I was growing up, um, like in regards to, like, disciplining me. So here is a list of what my family, well, my mom and dad, used to say to me when I was getting in trouble. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. Do my morning stretches. Okay, so the first one, my mom wasn't really big on saying stuff like real mean. It was mainly like my father. But like my dad had a tendency to always say shut up or I'll give you something to cry about. It's kind of like it was like a threat or I'm gonna take you to Father Baker's. And if you don't know what Father Baker's is, it was like a place for bad kids, and he basically would always threaten us and say that if we weren't good, he was gonna take us to Father Baker's, and it was stupid. But I mean, we thought it was real. Um, he also would say, "I'll hit you so hard your sister will feel it." And I don't know if that was supposed to be like a threat or to just kind of tell me that he can hit me pretty hard. I don't know. Um, this is the biggest one. My mom used to always say this. I'll knock you into the middle of next week. Really? Where am I gonna go? Are you gonna knock me into Tuesday? What? Um, it's just funny how like some of the things that your parents say to you when I was growing up. I am 31. So, my mom used to always say to me, I brought you into this world and I can take you out of it. And, don't burn your bridges before you come to them. You only live once in a while, you know. Hindsight is 50-50. She would always say, don't put all your chickens in one basket. And I would be smart and be like, I don't have chickens. I don't have a basket. So how does that even make sense? And my favorite one that my dad would always say is, put a sweater on. I'm cold. It's like, what does that even mean? You're telling me to put a sweater on because you're cold? I mean, love you. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Um, Another one that I never understood, was when my mom would always say, hold your horses or hold your jets or, tough titties, said the kitties. It's like, what? What the fuck does that even mean? Like, hold your horses? I understand like what she was meaning, like, to like, you know, just kind of like hang on. But why not just say hang on, not hold your horses or hold your jets? Like, jets? What would that even mean? Hold your jets. You know what I mean? Um, Another one, my mom and my dad were both notorious for always saying a lot of these, but you're gonna put someone's eye out with that, or it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Now, it's like we could be jumping on the bed or something, and it's like, stop! It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. It's like no one got hurt, and we're good. We're good. We are fine. Hmm. Um. Another one. My mom was notorious for always saying, do as I say, not as I do. And I get it. But I'm like, it would come out of nowhere, like the pure blue. Just saying stuff like that. Or, she was notorious for always saying, don't ask the question if you don't want to know the answer. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. My father always used to say, I gotta go talk to a man about a horse. Now, that wasn't in regards to being in trouble. I think it was something like about a bathroom, like he had to go to the bathroom. But that's what he would say. I got to go talk to a man about a horse. And I would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because, I mean, now, mind you, I was little, and then I was a tween, and then I was a teenager. So a lot of this shit still didn't make sense to me. And honestly, to this day, a lot of it still doesn't make sense. You know, like, I don't get it. You know, they would say you're a cruising for a bruising. If you really think about that, you're a cruising for a bruising. So does that mean like I'm going on a cruise and I'm gonna get a bruise? I don't really get it. Um, and do you ever, you know, like you're talking to your family or you're doing something, you're in your room or whatever, and your mom calls your name and she's like, Miss, and you're like, yeah, and then you hear nothing. So then you're like, she's like, Miss, and you're like, yeah. So then you have to like pause whatever you're doing, go down the stairs because, and then you get down there and she's like, you know, I heard you saying yeah. It's like, well, why didn't you answer me? Why'd you just keep like saying my name? Just if you wanted me downstairs, just tell me to come downstairs. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand parents. I mean, I love my mom dearly. My dad, I don't love, I don't like, I hate. My dad was a cheating, lying bastard who was just a horrible, horrible person. So I don't like him, never did. So a lot of his things that he said, you know, like you want a knuckle sandwich with fish sauce? It's like, okay, you're fucking stupid. um, so you know, when my dad, whenever I got picked up, or you know, from school, and you know, if someone would pick on me, like in like middle school or whatever, you know, my father would just be like, just kick him in the family jewel. I get it now. Back then, I didn't, cause I'm like, they're not my family. Um, I don't know. There's a list of things that my parents used to say to me all the time. And it's funny because, you know, some of them are, you know, from when you got in trouble or when you didn't. And, you know, like, say if I was hungry, you know, I'd say, I'm hungry. And my father would say, well, I'm Mark. Good for you, Mark. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just so stupid. And the typical one that they always would say, you know, is, I know where you came from, and I can put you back there. Okay, well, if that's a threat or a promise or something that you're definitely going to do, because to me, I don't really take it as a threat. I take it as kind of like, I don't know, I mean, how would you take that, really? I mean, I don't take it as a threat. Put me back to where I was. Um, so my cat literally had her head inside my sweatpants. Side note: would you ever drive with your family, your dad, your whatever, your mom, and your one of them would say, "Don't make me stop this car." Now, has any parent really ever stopped the car? I don't think so. Mine never did. But they always would threaten me. They'd be like, they would be driving and be looking in the mirror like, don't make me stop this car. Stop it, because then I could get out. You know, I don't know. Um, just some of the things that I just remember, my family saying or doing, and it, I don't know, it was funny. My father would always say, "You'll get nothing and like it. If I find it, can I spank you?" Like if I couldn't, find something, he would say, "If I find it, can I spank you? If wishes were horses, then beggars would ride." And I would be like, "Cool. Not a fucking clue what you're just talking about, man. Not a fucking clue." Hmm. I gotta chug coffee. I'm like exhausted. Um, Another one that my dad would always say is, do you want to get your mouth washed off? Do you want to get your mouth washed out with soap? Now, I think that I probably did get my mouth washed out with soap maybe a handful of times. And then my dad would be like, "You'll be shitting out bubbles for the next month." I don't ever remember shitting out bubbles, but I did remember eating the soap. It was not pleasant. um, Time to shit or get off the pot. uh, the Some of these things that I remember, you know, and I don't even think nowadays that kids even would even know or understand anything, like any of this language. Did you ever have like make a funny face? Something like this, or you make crazy eyes, and your family, one of your family members would say, that your face was basically gonna freeze that way. And I was always kind of like, are they kidding? Are they being for real? Is my face really gonna freeze that way? I mean, obviously they just said that to make us think that our face was gonna freeze that way and be stuck like that forever, because that would suck balls. Well, then again, I don't really know how it is to suck balls, so I don't know. I'm assuming it'd be nasty. Um, Another one, my dad would always say, "Not in my house, you won't." Like, okay, well, it's my house too. I live here. Um, my mom was notorious for always saying, I'd be like, "Oh, mom, can I go to the movies with Kristen?" Her parents said she can go, and my mom would say, "Well, I'm not Kristen's mom. I'm your mother. I'm not Kristen's mother. I don't care what Kristen's mother says. I'm your mother." It's like, okay. Into every life, little rain must fall. I just always thought that was funny because I'd always would tell her that, my mom's or my friend's parents said it was cool that they can go or do whatever. And my mom would always say, "I don't care what they, fuck, I can't speak." Um, there's a lot of other things I can go on and on and on and on and on and on about, but I won't because there's so many different things that my parents have said throughout the years. Uh, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what your family parents have said to you, um, when you got in trouble. I'm curious to know. Like, um, another one, like, my mom wasn't never a hitter. My dad was the hitter. But my mom would threaten us. So she'd be like, "I'll slap you from here to Canandaigua or here to fucking Canada." Like, it was like saying like she's gonna slap me so hard I'm gonna go flying into like a next country or something. And it's like, again, is that a threat? Because do you ever think about it, like, when your parents would used to, like, threaten us to, like, slap us or beat us, did they ever realize or think that, their asses can be thrown in jail? I mean, really. Not if you got spanked. I mean, I know that's completely different. But if you're gonna hit me, I'm gonna fucking report your ass. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. My mom, every time she got aggravated, with one of us, she'd be like, I need, blank, like I need a hole in the head. Now, if you really think about that, I need this like I need a hole in the head. Now, in my opinion, why would you want a hole in your head? I don't know. I just never really understood. I just don't understand. Parents speak the weirdest languages, or like you'll be going out driving when pigs fly, or like I don't know. There's. Do you think money grows on trees? You think I can just go in the backyard and pick it off a tree? Hay is for horses. I'd always be like, hey mom, what's up? Hay is for horses. Don't say that to me. Hay is for horses. And if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to really cry about. That was a big one in my family. Every time you cried, especially with my dad, you cried, and it was like, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to really cry about. So then you would cry harder, thinking about the other thing that he would do that would make you cry harder. So, again, it was kind of, So, I don't know. Use it or lose it was something that my family always used to say, too. I don't know. I don't know. So, let me know in the comments below. I never can find my webcam. Oh, here I am. Let me know in the comments below what your family, what the fuck is family? Let me know in the comments below. That's a crotch shot. Let me know in the comments below, like, what your family used to say to you, or how did they threaten you, or how did you get in trouble? How are you punished? Because, like, back in the day, I feel like I'm like 80. Back in the day when I would get in trouble, we didn't have cell phones or like games. We had Nintendo, like the regular old box Nintendo. We had that, but we didn't have cell phones and Wii and the fucking Jesus, I can't speak. The Wii U. We didn't have any of that. So, when we were threatened to have our things taken away, what are you going to take away? My chalk? Because, really, there's nothing for you to take away from me right now. I have nothing. But kids these days, they have so much to be taken away from them. I almost feel bad. I mean, my toys when I was little was a fucking coloring book and a box of crayons. Kids these days have iPads and Wiis and, like, cell phones and, iPhones and, Palm Pilots and the Nook and the e-reader. It's like, holy shit. I had a TV that probably, like, had 4 channels, and that was it. And if we wanted to play, we had to go outside and ride our fucking bikes. That's what we had to do. We didn't have any fucking privileges like kids these days have. Like, they have nothing to get taken away from them. I mean, they have so much to get taken away from them, but even if you take away 1 or 2 of their things, they still have a million more things to play with. It's like, well, if you're gonna threaten me, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take away my bike and my chalk? What else am I gonna do? I would kill myself. Not literally, but I mean, it's amazing. It really, really is. Really, really is. So, again, let me know in the comments below how you were disciplined, or how you are disciplined now. I would like to know how times have changed from, do parents still say the same stuff? Like, I don't know, I'm just curious to know if, like, parents still say the same things that they did when I was growing up. So, until tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I love you guys. Peace and love. Thank you for watching. Be cool, be kind, don't judge. And hey, if you are dealing with your parents right now, don't be too hard on them. One day when you grow up like me, you will love them and you will want them in your life. That is a fact. So, try not to be too hard on them. They do try. So, I love you guys. Be kind to one another. And I'll see you tomorrow. I did it again. Just move a little. Just back up just a bit. Fuck me. That's what she said. Bye. What? I don't understand why you still stay here when I tell you to go. Should I stay or should I go?